All right, here we go. Day 4, Canine Enrichment Challenge. It's our free 10-day challenge. This is Pull It, super fun one. You're going to take a piece of hot dog or string cheese and you're going to tie it onto a piece of string or rope, just like I'm showing here in the video. Then you're going to go ahead and give it to your dog, and you're going to encourage them to try and get the piece of food out of the little knot that you've made. You might have to encourage them. If you have a big dog, you may need to use a little bit bigger piece of rope or string. But I just had a dog leash. That's all I had. I didn't have any string to video today. So string works better, but dog leash works fine too. As long as your dog doesn't mind the little metal loop on the end. Rodent doesn't care. So I'm just encouraging him, making sure he can know that this is what I want. I want him to try and get the piece of food out of there. I want him to pull on it, yank on it, and try and get the food out. So this is an important part of the process that you do not want to skip. And you can do it a few different times until the dog is very confident getting the food out of that string or piece of rope. And here I am getting him a little bit more excited. He was starting to get a little frustrated, so if your dog is giving up, get him animated, get him moving, get excited. The dog will offer more behavior.
Good boy. Good boy.
Now I'm starting to pull the string a little bit and drag it so I get more pulling behavior from him. I want him to pull on that string, pull on that rope, pull on the leash, get the food out.
Good boy. Yeah, good boy, rodent.
Now we're going to move on to the next phase of the challenge. Now we're going to make it a little bit harder. Now I'm still putting that same piece of food tied into my leash here, but now I'm going to put it into a very shallow object. It's important that the hole is not big enough for the dog to stick their whole entire nose into. Otherwise, they'll just stick their nose in there and grab the food. What I'm looking for is for it to be so that it is not available for the dog just to grab. They actually have to pull the string or the rope to get the food out. So now I've moved on to an object, a Kong, that's a little bit deeper. So now I have the option of placing the treat deeper into the toy. I have it very shallow at first because I'm still building his confidence. He's still trying to figure out how to get the food out. And so here anytime he's trying to not just lick it out, but he's actually grabbing the string or grabbing the piece of rope, I'm praising him. And you have to adjust it for your dog. If you know your dog is going to not give up no matter what, then you probably don't have to help them very much. But if your dog is a little bit more unsure and they're going to give up, then you have to make it easy enough in the beginning for them to be successful. You also need to make sure that you are praising the dog when they are pulling the object out. You want them to make sure that they understand what behavior it is that is going to make them successful, and they're going to know when you are praising them. And here I am again, I'm getting Rodent super, super excited before I shove it in there and let him go at it. You can see he really wants it. Now, if you have a dog that's more over the top or a bigger dog, you actually may not want to get them too excited. You may actually need them to be in a down state while you're getting this together because they might just get too crazy about it. So you can definitely adjust your enthusiasm in the setup for the kind of dog that you have. And again, making sure that the dog is not struggling for too long. And you can be placing that treat deeper and deeper inside the Kong so that they have to pull the string more and more and more. What I've done here for Rodent is I've been kind of mixing easy ones with hard ones. So sometimes I put it deeper, sometimes I put it more shallow. Sometimes those pieces of cheese are a little bit bigger than others. And if it's bigger, then he has to pull the string harder in order for it to come out. So you can also adjust the exercise based on the size of the treat and the size of the hole that you're working with. You can see here he's starting to use his paw, and I'm kind of laughing, but I'm not praising him for that. I don't want him using his paws. I want him using his mouth and to pull it out. So when he starts pulling it out, I go back to praising him. And he's going to get it out here in a second. So we're almost done here for day 4. Post your videos on Facebook. We want to see what kind of challenges you're working on at home. And we'll see you on Wednesday for day 5. Have fun with it. This was a really fun one. I really enjoyed it.
Good boy. Awesome. Good boy. Good boy. Good job, buddy.